Hello and welcome to another night shift. My name is Yazil. There's one bad and one good news. The good news is I hopefully solved my sound problems. And the bad news, as you hear, I catch the cold. So, let's log in on our system. And as you can see, I changed a little bit here, and that brings us to one part. The one part is I really want to go and make the next video about saving the Yuma, so I want to start the Yuma plugin. But also we got this right side missing, so I maybe will split that up into different parts, and for now I want to explain what I did here. So let's stop the game and let's look for a sec in our race. Going for here for the Alp I made, or we can go to the female. It's no different at all. You'll remember here in this part I had an ID of int. I changed that to an enum, so we can now have our slot groups defined, so we can see which group or which item will be changed in color, or the change of the color of an overlay depends on the group it belongs to. For that we go for a second where it is, yconst. I made a new enum, it's UMA slot groups, and I just said nothing, skin, hair, eye, and you can add that also. Also, I added a couple of enums for the Yuma slot. You saw that our generated UMA now have armor, and for the elf part we need to separate ear, nose, mouth, head. So for the elf we just can't go just for a head. We have to split the head up in different parts, so we have a split ear, so we can put in the nice elven ears on it. And well, that's the part on that. So an UMA slot group and the UMA slot itself. In the player slots you have to add that instead of the ID. Good. And the next big part is the Yuma builder. I made tons of changes and stuff like that, so we go just one step after another. I just close that everything. I close that so we can start there. Good. First of all, we have for our different slider, we already had one slider for the skin color, and now I got an upper armor color, and lower armor color, and hair color, and an eye color slider, which we defined before that in our canvas, but you just have to link them later on into the script. Then I changed, or I added private vars, and that's the skin color number you already know. That's the upper armor color number, lower armor color, hair color number, and eye color number, and set the defaults to 0. So in the awake function we didn't change anything. So in the start function I guess we didn't change anything there. Just to be sure, I let it open. And now the update function. You remember for the skin color, we had a couple of these lines. I shortened it, so we just check if the skin color value of the slider is not equal to the skin color number. And if that's true, we change the skin color number with the value of the slider value. And after that, we just go and make an update color, and we input in the update color the race list, and we look for the right point and go for the skin color list and the skin color number, and there we get the color. And also we input the UMA slot group skin. So let's look into the update color function. What we do here, the input was the color and an int, and just we go to our race list and go in the slot list, slot for slot, and we are looking if the slot we found is equal to the group we inputted here. So if we got 5, for example, 5 slots with the skin as in slot group, we change in every part of that. So that's part is the part we already had in the old version. It's overlay color, and we look in our database in the slot list. We look for the UMA slot, so we got the name, and after that we the UMA slot name, slot number, sorry. And after that we going in the list and look at the same part for the overlay name. And after that we input the color, we input it here. So basically we just scroll through our database and find every item which has the same group and change the color to the color we had as input into the function. That simplifies so much, so we just copy these to our sliders, and after that we got an upper armor color, lower armor color, hair color number, and an eye color. So after that we go to the init slider, which is basically the same, except we set the skin color number to the skin color value. And yeah, nothing special is going on here, just the same as before. Always the whole number is true, always the value starts with 0, the min value is 0 also, and the max value we get out of the list count. So here in the set race and the set gender, we still, this is part I have to do, and we init the slider and start the coroutine after that, and same on the set gender. So nothing next special is happening in the enumerator generate UMA. This is all the same. So here we call the update color function, so we don't get the white skin or the white armor in the first place. When we start the UMA, we get the right color out of our color database. Here we go to the make, which this is all the same. It's nothing and changes there. And in our make, we create our UMA, and I don't remember if we had that the last time already. So here is just we scroll through our database. So we make a UMA receive set race, and the gender. And here so we scroll through our slot list database, and if it's not equal to 0 or to empty, then generate a slot, and after that generate the overlay. I think we had that before. So now we come to the setup. Let's save that up because I changed something. Through the setup, you have to go to scenes, build char, and you go to your player, and here you can see you just add the sliders inside that. I got these as public, but you can change it to private later on or hide an expector. It was just for me to look what happens. And then you have to make a couple color lists and fill that with live. For example, we go to the Alp skin. My Alp skin is quite more orc color here, but well, I just made the color so you can see a difference between the Alp and the human easier. Or the hair color here, and the human skin, and the lower color and the upper color for the armor. And if you make a new race, which is easy going, you just have to go into your race list and make a new one. This is the name is the base of which this UMA is built. Since we got only UMA male and UMA female, we built the Alp also out of the UMA base, human base. And after that you have to fill in the slot list. For an Alp we go on an example of the male, I would say. So we see in the body part nothing changed really. We go in skin, feet, skin legs, skin hands, skin torso, skin head, skin eye is the first, here the head also. So it's not longer male head, it's a male underscore head. So that's the separated part of the UMA. I go into the UMA and go in context, go in UMA and go in PBR, and we go for the slots and we go for the male slots. And yeah, you can see the male swap head. These are the single parts for separated head. So if you take this one, you get a complete head, and these are parts of the head. And after that, male head, elven ears, and you see always I got a separate port or place. If we remember that correct, we go into the y-const, and you can see here I got these separated parts. Oops. So then the inner mouse and the male eye overlay and the overlay adjust, as we know that before. the male hair goes to the separate head, and then I got an upper armor which is the torso, or which goes to the torso, and the legs is the lower armor. The jeans go to the legs, so that's it. And I added an eyelash also. So that's all you need to do for a race. No, that's not all for a new race. For a new race, you have, of course, to go into your race to name to number function or the dictionary, and add here male and female. You always could replace that in your database with an extra field for the name, but I choose not to do. So you would have here an race name. So you can search for that, and you just have to do that, not in a dictionary or in enum. So I started the game again, and yeah, well, while I made the video, I made the decision to do that in extra and go further in the next video with the UMA saving. Also, you won't be able to do the next changes on my UMA stuff, because I gonna use for my eyes some stuff I bought that has nothing to do with you can't follow the video or the tutorial. It is absolutely doable, everything without buying any stuff. So for example, I got the human male, and you can see he has some armor on, which is the armor from the Unity demo. I go to the store. It's the Challenger armor, which is free. You can just download it and you got your first armor for your UMA. Just drag it into your slot list and library list and you can use it. I'm gonna use the high poly slots, and I use the body retexture, and I'm gonna use the hair pack and the wandering pack from Will Be, which is excellent stuff. Let's go for there, and you can see my UMA will look like that in parts, at least later on. So, well, I want to show you for the last thing how flexible that whole system is. If you go into your scripts, your Zeal, and go into the UMA stuff, and you go into for example, human male, and if we, for example, delete these last lines by reducing the numbers here to 13, and we're gonna rebuild our male, then you can see we got rid of the trousers and we got rid of the armor and the shirt. So same goes, of course, if you want to add something, you just up the number and add something, and you got a new looking UMA. So as in special, I want to offer you, if you send me an email with your subscription, that means a picture of the subscription in the YouTube channel, to me at peter@yazil.de. I sent you the whole Yazil folder, so you got source code to compare your own stuff. And if you like these, feel free and add an I like or even a subscription. Thank you very much. Happy night shift.